your first stream cast?
First podcast? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yay!
Nice.
All right. We got a first.
Wait, have we done a podcast before?
Come on now. Well.
As long as the three wheels are narrating this dream, there's
What a thrill.
limit to what we all can achieve. Welcome to the Three Wheels of Wrestling podcast. Willie Tiny with a thrill. And Adelaide, Willie recapping the aftermath to the right, to the ropes, from the mat. No requests from this shadow zone. There's no match for this podcast. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get it on. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get it on. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get it on. Let's get ready to fight. This is a war machine. Through sweat and tears we chase the unseen. Harness the rage in this gritty scene. Your fist on your words, your actions keen. Rips up thunder, hearts ablaze with fear. Breaking the chains that brought us here. Podcast warrior, show we're alive. Three wheels cutting through legends to ride. Stand tall as the world trembles. Unlock the dreams that no one can dissemble.
Welcome to the Three Wheels of Wrestling podcast. We got not one, not two, not three, but we have 4 special guests. And it's not just any guest. It's PP, Pete Posse, joining the Three Wheels of Wrestling podcast. Seems like we're having a little technical difficulties.
Yeah, I'm still seeing just the splash screen.
I mean, I can just see myself.
Yeah, it seems like he's having internet issues. Sorry for the disruption, ladies and gentlemen. We're having technical difficulties.
I mean, it's a beautiful rating screen.
Welcome to Three Wheels of Wrestling podcast. Yes, another wrestling podcast. I am Willie Tiny. And my co-host today is Will the Thrill. And we have Pete's Posse.
Woo! Hell yeah.
And
you got the hottest, biggest posse in professional wrestling. And look how lucky you are. You got the hottest, biggest posse in professional wrestling. It's always popping. Usually people have to wait until a Friday or a Saturday to fully enjoy and appreciate us, but you get us on a Wednesday. So good for you.
And we have the Italian Tank, Isaac Taylor, and Milton Malo. How you doing tonight?
Awesome.
Hey, doing great.
Doing great.
We're very sorry for the technical days. The first time we had 6 people at one time. All right, so my first question is for Cowboy Pete Carroll.
Okay.
When did you join the Monster Factory?
I joined Monster Factory in November of 2023, right after I finished up with grad school. I needed something to do, and I saw Danny Cage tweeted that tuition was $9.99 for a lifetime membership. I was like, geez, that's cheaper than a class at Drexel. So why not sign up and see what happens? And it was interesting because I got there and I was the oldest person at the factory, older than Danny, older than Missy. I'm still the oldest person at the factory. But it's been great. I've been there, coming up on 2 years this November. So.
And they say Monster Factory is for everybody. And there you go. You're living proof. You're doing it.
Yeah, I do it, and I started off trying to do all the physical stuff because Danny Cage has this power where he makes you believe that you can do anything. So I start doing the rolls and the tumbles, and I'm taking bumps on the crash pad and getting ready. And then after I took bumps like twice, I slept on a heating pad for 2 weeks, and I decided I probably shouldn't be taking bumps at my age. So I backed off on that, but trying to get back into it, just slowly but surely.
Well, that does make sense. I mean, you don't want to do something where you're definitely going to get injured and doing what you're doing, even for the love of the sport. But you're doing it all. All right, so this goes out to Milton. When did you join the Monster Factory?
May 24th, 2022. That's when I started. But I also got in through the $9.99 lifetime membership when that was being offered. So I took advantage of that with the last bit of my money. And I have no idea how I am a champion in doing all this that I am doing today. It's still unbelievable. So I'm grateful for everything that I've been through and doing with all these guys and everything at the factory too.
Isaac, you're up. So when did you join?
Isaac.
I started at the factory in November of 2022. Like the other two, I took advantage of that $9.99 lifetime membership. I actually found out about the factory from a friend from high school. Was Adam Matthews, if you guys remember him. He used to wrestle at the factory. Started training before I did. Said, hey, you should come check it out. So I was 16 at the time. My dad took me. We loved it and signed me up immediately.
Oh shit!
Very good deal. Tank. Same question. When did you join the Monster Factory?
So yeah, I have I guess a little bit of a longer story. So I'll keep it short. Pretty much long story short, my father was the original Italian Tank. He trained at the Monster Factory under Larry Sharp back in 1984 when the school opened. So he trained with Bam Bam and those guys. And then he told me about it growing up. I always had an interest. And then I joined in 2023, right after WrestleMania. The show had also just come out, so they were running the special, and I jumped in on that. I decided to take the opportunity and finally do this when, I saw the opportunity and just took advantage.
Is Will here?
Looks like Will is back.
Will. We're on number 6.
Yo.
Take the next 2 questions. Take the next 2 questions. Number 6.
All right. So Pete, how did PP become a stable? I mean, I'm sorry, not PP. I mean, I apologize. Pete's Posse. When did y'all become a stable?
Pete's Posse. Occasionally during training, we'll do promo practice. And for me, I was just waiting, like, please give me a mic, give me a mic. Let me cut a promo. Let me show you what I can do. And one night we were cutting promos. It was Goldie, Brett Waters, and Brian Murphy. And Brian Murphy tossed me the question about, looks like you're putting a faction together. I just started talking about, yes, it's called Pete's Posse, and I just started riffing on that whole thing, and I said that I'm going to keep my posse small because I can't have too many men in my posse. If I have 3, that's great. If I get 4, then I'm up to my neck in posse. Just went on a whole rant, and they liked it. And about a week later, I was told that I was going to be working with the Tank. Tank was going to be muscle, and I was going to be the mouthpiece, and we were going to beat the hell out of Brian Murphy. And I was like, okay, that sounds like it could be fun. But then, the way things go, things get delayed and things get put on hold. And then not long after that, they said, oh, you're going to be working with Milton and Issac too. And it's like, great. And that actually got started last year, probably in the summer. And, we didn't actually, we're working behind the scenes. We didn't actually make our debut until, right before Turkey Slam last year. So, things take time, but, we had plenty of time to prep for it and kind of put things together. So it's worked out really well.
Yeah, definitely got to say I think it has worked well for y'all because the crowd's reaction when you guys come out, that's of course what it's always about. So you definitely got something going for y'all.
Yes, can I ask a question real quick? Because this is something that I'm not actually clear on. Yeah, so Milton or Issac, which one of you started with the loser or the L thing? Because I think that was one of the things that really got the crowd fired up early on. I don't remember who started with that.
I did. It was just easy to do.
Oh, I was right. No. Yeah, there we go. I was right.
Not really much thought into that.
All right, so Milton, will we ever see Silver Lobo join Pete's Posse?
You never know, man. It's just trying to find a way to incorporate Silver Lobo in any story is the difficult part. That's the thing. Trying to really blur that line because I would really love to bring back Silver Lobo to the Monster Factory or even for Pete's Posse or anything like that. We did have a match amongst my peers, these guys, the Tank and Issac, where I did have to portray my Silver Lobo character and my Milton Malo character in the same match. And I thought that went pretty well. They're the ones that came up with most of the idea, and I just went along with it. But I thought that, hey, that went well. I'm sure there's a way for us to think scenarios to bring Silver Lobo into action with the posse or anything like that. But I just have no date on that or no ideas on trying to do that. But it's a very interesting idea that I would love to do and bring in also Silver Lobo to Pete's Posse.
Nice. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was against Mark Raspa and who was his tag team partner?
Yeah, my tag team partner at another promotion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool beans, cool beans.
All right, my next question is for Issac. It's hard trying to do all this at once. I'm just going to ask. Okay. Are you done finding a date or are you still desperate?
That's a great question. I think we might have our hands a little full right now, being tag team champions and all. So which I think will help me get a lady in the future, but right now we're just gonna focus on keeping on to the belts. Why? Do you know anyone that's like interested or something? Or did someone say something?
That's great. That's great.
There was some brown-haired lady once in your segment in the ring.
Are you referring to Marsha Mallow?
All right, so
It's Malo Lobo. It was hyphenated.
yes,
Oh.
yes.
Which I gotta say. So if you follow any of the promos that we film and post, one of my favorites was post date night, where Isaac is dead, Weekend at Bernie style, sitting on the bench outside of the Monster Factory, and Milton comes out and he's still in the dress and still has the tag on the dress, and it was an improv line, like it wasn't scripted. Milton just came up with it. He just sits down, and the first thing he looks at Isaac, who's dead, and he says, "I lost my earrings." And it still cracks me up every time I watch that, just because like that was just the first thing that that he said. That was the most important thing. Where are my earrings? Isaac's dead, but jewelry. So
It wasn't my earrings.
yeah. But I think that's one of the things that works really well with this group is that, I feel really lucky. All three of these guys have great senses of humor and great improv skills, and they come up with stuff on the fly. Like so much of the stuff we do, it's not overly scripted. One time I tried to write a script for a segment, and no one bothered to learn their lines, and it still worked anyway. So I stopped at that point in time.
It was a lot of lines.
Everybody just it's the little touches that people throw in that are unexpected. That Tank, when he was injured, and after Nick Camarado hit him with the low blow, and continuing to sell that into the promo we shot afterwards, and just that stuff that you don't even think about. Just unconsciously is included. It's great. I think, I will go back and watch those promo videos, and I just appreciate all the work that these guys do. The little touches that they add in just because it makes it so much funnier.
My next question is for Tank. So Tank.
Yeah.
Isaac and Milton are the current Monster Factory Tag Team Champions. Are you eyeing any Monster Factory Championship for yourself?
Oh, I mean, of course. I'm always eyeing up a championship for myself. That new Thunder and Lightning Championship is very interesting, especially because we're not too sure on the exact rules of that because of how Liam decided to just keep on cutting off every time he was about to explain the rules. So once we get a full ruling on that, I would love to maybe go for that championship. It's nice, it's new, shiny,
and shiny.
Sure. You might have to change the straps pink, even the tag titles.
I mean,
that would be cool.
That would be nice.
All right.
We'll take the next two.
Pete, is there a leader of Pete's Posse?
Well, I mean, it's Pete's Posse, so obviously it's me, it's Pete, it's my posse. I would say I'm the unofficial leader of the posse, just since my name's all over the branding. Everybody kind of plays a role. When I cut a promo the other week in the ring after when we had our tag team celebration, which no one celebrated with us, it was very upsetting. I was really hoping that people would be a little more enthusiastic for us. But I said that Milton is kind of the heart and soul of Pete's Posse, and that's the title I bestow upon him, because he's just been fantastic. He's willing to do anything. Like, we come up with crazy stuff, and Milton's like, okay, sure. Milton, we want to dress you up. We're going to put you in a dress. And you're going to come out as Isaac's girlfriend. He's like, okay. Like, it's never, there's never any pushback. Like, he's bought into it. And, and it's great. He'll do whatever we need to do to get the next bit across. So, but I mean, and Tank fills in for me when I'm not around, he has that role. And Isaac's kind of the front guy with shooting off his big mouth whenever I'm not shooting my big mouth off. So it all works out. It's kind of a committee process, I guess.
Very well put.
Nicely put. Nicely put. Milton and Isaac, are you guys open to a free bird rule with your tag team titles?
I don't know what a free bird.
Oh, absolutely.
Who said absolutely?
That was me. But yeah,
Was that
absolutely.
you, Milton?
I think
Explain that to me.
the Freebird rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, the free bird rule.
Freebird rule Milton just basically means that like any four of us could defend. And yes, four. You know, if two of us aren't there and Pete needs to step up, he'll step up. But it just means that any four of us could defend the tag titles.
Yeah.
It's a shared title reign between the four of us.
Yeah,
Pretty
I
much
wasn't
like
sure
the
how I was
fabulous
going to work
Freebird.
if that was, but yeah, I'm down to do that. No problem.
It didn't register right away. I was like,
Yeah, so
fabulous
like
Freebird.
Tank.
Yeah.
So Tank and Milton could defend the titles instead of Isaac and Milton.
Yeah.
Pretty much like how the
Vice
New Day
versa.
used to do it.
It would be a very cool concept.
Yes, it would have been different. It would have been
Yeah.
different.
It's
Yeah,
helpful
it's too bad you won't see it though, because we're not defending the titles anytime soon. So
ever again, ever, never.
ever again. Exactly.
You got one
It's
defense from us.
Yeah,
That's it.
so-
That's
Yeah.
it.
One and done.
WON, one and done. So it is helpful. The Freebird rule is helpful though, because backstage when it comes to pitching stuff, I'm like, well, with the Freebird rule, Tank and Milton could defend the tag titles, and you could put Isaac in the Larry Sharp Cup tournament, and it's always like, okay, yeah, nothing ever comes of it, but at least I can pitch it. That's the exciting part about it. And I've been drinking my protein shakes and taking brisk walks. Getting 7 hours of sleep a night. So I'm ready. Put me in if we need to. Hopefully not anytime soon, but I'm ready for it. I'm there.
Pete, 7 and up.
Pete wants to get in the ring.
He'll be ready when his name is called, when duty calls. He's the mouth right now, handling the business.
I survived the body snatchers. I got
Why do you
tagged in one
guys
time
think
during
that-
a body snatchers match.
Yes, you did. We will give you that. You definitely did. Go ahead, Willie Tiny.
Why do you guys think everyone loves PP?
Don't you?
Well, what is there not to love?
Yeah, you're on my show, so
We look
Just
good
look
in
at us. We're all different shapes. We're all different sizes, but we all serve a really good purpose. We're all really, we're all adequate where we need to be.
Yeah. Definitely not small, no matter what anyone might say. Perfectly adequate.
Exactly. I like to consider myself slightly above average.
I'm fun size.
That was great. He is fun.
I mean, what's not to love about PP? I mean, it's
all right.
I
So
mean,
what's next for Pete's Posse?
Well, the sky's the
A
limit
nice
for
long
us.
vacation.
Yeah, it's
Someone said vacation.
A lot of fans think these guys suck.
Well,
They're
that's 'cause
starting
all
to come
losers.
around.
They don't know.
and they're starting to come around. There's a small but
Pete's
intelligent
Posse.
section that that sits sometimes in that front row there that everyone else is losers but they're winners, and so they're cheering for us. So sooner or later, as I like to say, it takes the half-wits twice as long to figure things out, but they'll get there. They'll get there. But yeah, vacation sounds good. That's will we go on a group vacation? Probably not. But unless these guys want to. I know who's got a big car. Tank, what do you drive?
I just got a brand new Nissan, so I can take everybody.
Oh yeah,
There you
Posse
go.
Beach Day. Let's
Nice
go.
SUV. Posse take a nice road trip.
Beach Day.
I can give you a little bit of an expanded answer on that, though. At least from my perspective, one of the things I'd like to see us do, I'd love for us to get booked at other places, and take the Posse Roadshow on the road, and let other people see, how fun we are, and the lunacy and idiocy that we can bring to a show. I mean, that's
Yeah, we really need to show our posse to everybody. Everybody
Yes.
deserves to see our posse. So.
Branch out. All right. I got an interesting question for y'all. Are you guys open to more people joining Pete's Posse? I want to be a PP. Maybe there's other people who want to be part of the PP.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I mean, we had Cowboy Marv for a while, and I think since losing him to those evil body snatchers, we have been looking for replacements. So, I believe at one point we were considering Ollie V from the WG.
Yeah, we
gave him that trial match with us.
Yeah. I mean, what? Well, who were the other ones? We were looking for maybe Goldie. Would have been, he's a nice candidate,
right?
Macklin. Posse.
Sosa, I believe, was another name thrown out there.
Although Sosa very, very soundly rejected us, unfortunately, he's lost. But it's all good. And of course,
he's got a broken foot. So
Milton suggested the Monster Factory Portal champion Macklin, Steve Macklin, to join the posse. So ain't bake and anything's possible. Steve Macklin would look great in a pink cowboy hat or any colored cowboy hat, really. If we could swing that, but. Is expansion down the road? Maybe. It all comes down to chemistry, really. We're not just going to add anybody. Not anybody can get into this posse. Let me put it to you that way, right? But we're selective, but definitely open to it. Brian Murphy is right about one thing. According to the Google definition, we probably should have at least 6 or 7 to qualify as a posse, but. We're not quite there yet.
Okay, I see Murphy's point. All right. So this is a question that we ask all our guests on the show. Okay. We'll start with the leader, and then we'll go across. Okay. Past, present, future. In other words, like if the wrestler passed, that's someone you looked up to that you would love to do some work with. Type of match and who would go over. Pretty much like a dream scenario.
I mean, I'm old school. I'm gonna be 55 in a couple weeks. So I grew up with the classics. I guess we could still actually work with the Rock and Roll Express. They're still active, so I think that would be a fun match. The Midnights, Tully and Arn were my favorite tag team growing up. I was an NWA kid. I mean, I would skip Sunday school to watch the NWA on at 10 a.m. on a Sunday morning. And those early Horsemen, loved them. So those would be my top 3 picks. I think would be fun to work. Who would go over? We'd have to see who could out shenanigan who. I think that we could probably cheat our way to a victory against the Rock and Rolls, maybe. But I don't know about Tully and Arn. I think that they're probably a little. They could probably cheat even better than us. Yes, and then I'd end up in a neck brace once again. Take a spine buster and then
one of those spine busters or brain busters,
right? Milton, how about you?
I would love to work with. I think he's still currently wrestling on the indie scene or something like that. Santino Marella, just because of how he's a very comedic performer. He's really good at that, and I guess those are kind of my strengths, as I'm not really the most physical wrestler to do flippy stuff. So I would love to work with like Santino, somebody who just bases his whole work on character, on shenanigans. So I would love to work a match of shenanigans with Santino Marella and stuff like that. So, you know, that would be a dream to work with currently, if ever a time to do that. That would be my one of my picks, Santino Marella. I'm a big fan of his for sure.
And who would go over?
Oh, that's up to the booker. Of course, I would say me, but that's doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Wins or losses or who goes over, it really doesn't matter to me. Just as long as we get to put on, you know, a really good match for the fans. That's all I have in mind.
And I think that would be entertaining too. That was a great choice. Great choice. Especially him probably mispronouncing your name and the process.
Right.
Isaac?
For a similar reason to Milton's, I would probably go the New Day. They've always been a very comedic group. Even their heel stuff they're doing right now is a lot more comedy. So I feel like a feud between the New Day and the Posse, I feel like we'd have a lot of great chemistry, have a lot of funny moments on the way to the match. As for who would go over, I mean, we're the hottest posse in professional wrestling for a reason, you know? Obviously, we'd go over. What's a unicorn horn compared to a cowboy hat, you know?
What?
Can't forget the pancakes. Oh yeah, they're heels now too, so that would be interesting. Who can out cheat me too? Tank, your turn, buddy.
So yeah, I guess for me, really thinking about it, if I was to go individually with one-on-one with somebody, I really I would probably pick Bully Ray or Bubba Ray, whatever iteration. I noticed that coming up through all of this and kind of learning things, a lot of my fighting style kind of is his fighting style. I mean, I use one of his moves as one of my finishers. So I think that would probably be an interesting match, kind of, you know, kind of being like a past versus future type deal, I guess, you know, like who, you know, does the moves better type of thing, you know, especially after all this time. I would probably put him over, but I would definitely make sure to be, I would want it to be like, he would really have to try hard to put me over. Maybe have some interference from Devon or something like that in order to really get over, you know, because then they could put me by putting me over as well. But he would be over more than likely. You know, you don't talk on Superman's cape, so you don't want to mess too much with, you know, the fact that, I mean, he's a Hall of Famer, you know. So him getting the win would make sense, but I would want it to be in a way that would also put me over, you know, so that people can see me in, I guess, like a good light as well.
Which is what it's always about. No, it's Willie Tiny. Sorry for all the technical difficulties, folks. Sorry to the guests as well for the technical difficulties. Here he comes, the man who handles it all.
Trying.
Well, yeah, it's a storm,
Okay.
so
You hear me? My mic on?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's raining. I forgot.
Can you hear me? My mic on? Okay. So where are we at here?
Last two,
Any
my friend.
plugs and upcoming bookings.
TRL for us in back to school beatings coming up here in September. Tickets are on sale for back to school beatings, and of course the really exciting thing that's coming up, if people aren't aware, Monster Factory will be at 2300 Arena for Turkey Slam this year, and those tickets went on sale this morning as well. So, I mean, I'm really excited for that. I live I'm like 5 minutes away from 2300 Arena. I'm here in South Philadelphia. So I'm really excited at the idea of not just going there as a fan and being in the audience, but actually being able to perform there. I think it's going to be an amazing opportunity. Really looking forward to that. Of course, these guys got all sorts of bookings individually. They're all over the place.
Plug. Go ahead.
I'll be here every Friday for our weekly scheduled TRL at the Monster Factory. Then we have our back to school beatings. Silver Lobo has got a booking on the 30th of August too. If you guys want to see Silver Lobo. But yeah, I am also very excited for the 2300 Arena show. It'll be my first time to wrestle there. I was there, but not as a wrestler. So it'll be an amazing experience to finally wrestle there and with my group, just to show off, how much we've grown and what we could do in front of these hardcore wrestling fans. So I'm super, super excited, to be part of that when the time finally comes.
Yeah, I mean, like Pete and Milton both said, we'll be at TRL every Friday. We got back to school beatings on September. Well, I will actually also be at the We Are One show being held at the Monster Factory on August 30th that Milton had just mentioned. Not entirely sure what I'm doing yet, but I will be there. So,
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I got the same thing as these guys, obviously, with the Monster Factory stuff. And the We Are One show in August. I will be there as well, again, also. Don't know what I'll be doing, but I'll definitely be there. So that will definitely be a place to be. Obviously, keeping all of our eyes peeled, our ears open for any opportunities for, Pete's Posse to go out and do our thing, as well as obviously for any of us individually. Another little plug actually on this Sunday is Taco Fest in Philly at Xfinity Live, and Monster Factory will be there. We'll be wrestling, doing some luchador style wrestling for everybody there. So that'll be this Sunday, the 17th.
Nice, right around the corner.
I actually forgot. I will be at AXW. On September 27th on the commentary team. I've been working with them for about a year, and it's love it up there up in at the historic Hamburg Fieldhouse. So they're just starting to announce matches for that. So if you're up in that part of, if you're up in the Skook, swing by and get a ticket and come see us.
They're good people who run that too. Let's see. Got a comment. Pete's Posse's my favorite heels. Joe Hale.
Hell yeah.
He mentioned about 2300. Congratulations on becoming tag team champions. And that's pretty much it. So, anything else, Will?
All right. Here's an interesting question I have for y'all. Mostly it's for Pete. Okay. Why pink?
As with so much of the stuff that we do, totally random. Totally random. When I first reached out to a graphic designer, Brian F. Pro, I don't know if you're familiar with him, does great work. I put together a Cowboy Carter shirt, which was black. And I thought there's so many black wrestling T-shirts out there, that everyone's got the Bullet Club, type deal. So why not something that'll stand out? And so I just decided to do hot pink. And then slowly but surely, everything turned pink before I even realized. I have pink shoes now. I specially ordered pink shoes because the cowboy boots were hurting my feet. So, that was it was just kind of by accident. The whole cowboy thing actually was by accident. That was I was Pete Carter, and the weekend that Beyonce dropped Cowboy Carter, I just decided to buy a $10 cowboy hat off of Amazon, and it was just supposed to be a 1 week joke, and then it turned into people said, "Well, you look good in a cowboy hat." So, that's how that. Isaac actually now has that original cowboy hat. That is the one that he brings to the ring. So, yeah. And one last final plug. Anyone who wants to join Pete's Posse, the easiest way to join Pete's Posse is to find me and give me $20, and I'll sell you a T-shirt. Unless you're 2X, in which case it's 25. But see me at TRL, see me at the factory, catch me anywhere else, or just message me and I'll mail it to you. But yeah, I bought a bunch of shirts that I need to sell because they're in my basement. So hit me up.
Yeah, I love the shirts. I love the pink. It's a great color. I think we look good in it. I can't say anything more. It's just like do yourself a favor, get yourself a shirt, come see us, be part of the posse.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I mean, also plug for the shirts. I mean, we have Pete Carter and myself on ProWrestlingTees.com. We have different versions of the of Pete's Posse's T-shirts sold on our shop. So it's just to go on there, ProWrestlingTees.com / I mean, for me, it's Italian Tank. I'm guessing yours is Cowboy Pete Carter, right, Pete? So ProWrestlingTees.com / one of us too, and you'll see different versions. If you don't happen to like this one, there's definitely something for everybody. We have plenty of different versions of our shirts, so don't be shy, go there too.
And you can support Milton Malo's alter ego. Silver Lobo, I believe, has a Pro Wrestling Tees store as well. So
Silver Lobo, simple.
And one day Isaac Taylor will as well. One day. I have some
too, Isaac.
I'm working on it.
He's working on it.
Yeah, just like a girlfriend.
Whoa. All right, Will.
That was low. That was low.
Oh.
All right. I think we're going to take this home. You don't have to go nowhere just yet. We're going to end this.
All right.
Thank you, everybody, for joining tonight. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Good night.